I ain't gonna lie, bro. You could be a politician, dog.
That's what the street's saying. Yeah, I feel you.
I'm gonna stay in this lane right here.
Let's leave the black ones out.
That should be a policy that everyone's welcome. But most of the time, I'm parking lot pimping.
Baltimore.
What?
I think Donovan Mitchell's better than Devin Booker.
Hey, you're dead on with that.
I used to have a thing where I tell people, like, you're not grown until you spend $100 on groceries. But now $100 ain't nothing.
For us as a people, we have to have some standards.
No Steph Curry?
Did he ruin the game?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I got hot in it. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, the light.
You in the whip with Flex?
Flip?
You not Flip.
What you mean?
Where's Flip?
I'm Flip.
Whatever, man. Hey, man, you in the whip with Flex and Flip, man. And you know, when I'm in the passenger seat, that means we got a very special episode for y'all, man. Hey, we got my boy, my family, my cousin. We got Ray in here, man. What's up, Ray?
What's up, fellas? Everything good?
Yeah, we good, man. How you feeling?
I'm fine.
Hey,
Lovely, baby.
we really appreciate you coming out here, man, and talking to us, man. We got a really special episode, like I told you guys. Yeah, man, we in the whip, we maneuvering. You already know we're gonna hopefully Ray can help us steer us in the right direction, man. Hey, man, coming up, we got a lot of topics to talk about, man. Teacher was ordered to remove signs from her classroom, including one saying everyone is welcome here. Hey, man, we gonna get into that, but that's the inclusion right now. I don't know what they're doing. Next, Trump set to ban people from 43 countries from traveling to the U.S., including Russia and Belarus. They not letting people in, they not letting people out. What they want to do, man? I don't even know, man. And last, Los Angeles man was awarded $50 million in case against Starbucks after suffering permanent injury from spilled tea. I remember something like that happening a while ago with McDonald's. Someone did. So you remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember that one. So, hey, man, we're gonna get into that one too, man. But hey, like I said, man, we're gonna get it started, man. Go ahead, hey. We're talking about the whip of the week, man. Go ahead, man.
Hey, today we are in the 2015 Jeep Grand Cherokee. It is a mid-size SUV known for its blend of luxury, off-road capability, and strong performance. And it also comes in a couple different engines. You can get a 3.6 liter V6, a 5.7 liter V8, a 3.0 liter V6 Eco Diesel, and a 6.4 V8 Hemi SRT model.
So before you keep going, I got a question. Do you know what engine this is?
This is a V6 right here, the Overland edition.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You fuck with it?
Oh, all day, every day.
Yeah, man.
All day, every day.
Before we started episode, I was like, yo, this joint look real nice, man.
Thank you, appreciate it, man. It gets me everywhere I need to go. I don't have no problem in the snow. I can throw all my gear in here. My kids can throw all their stuff in here, and we out.
That's what's up, man. And you said what year was it again?
This is 2015.
Damn. Yo, that shit look good for 2015. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
And it still drive good for real?
Oh, absolutely. Zero problems, man.
Tell your
Zero
shit. That's
problems.
what's up, man.
Yeah.
That's real good, man. Go ahead. Hey, go ahead. I just had to throw that in there real quick.
I feel you. They got a 8-speed automatic transmission in it. Fuel economy, depending on the variation of the engine, you can get anywhere between 13 to 22 miles per gallon. Or that's for the city. And then for highway, it's anywhere from, I think, 19 to 30. So, hey.
Somewhere around there.
How you feel like you get a good fuel economy with
that? Yeah, man. I don't have no problem with the gas mileage. You know, I just fill it up and I'm out.
Yeah.
It do what it do.
What made you get this one?
Definitely, man. I got a lot of stuff I throw in the back. I'm always on the move with my sons and my kids, daughters. Having to throw gear in the back, it definitely is beneficial. It give me a lot of space. And then definitely when the snow or bad weather, everybody else is at a standstill. I'm shaking and moving.
You moving?
I'm moving.
Up, man.
Absolutely.
That's good, man. It feel like you don't have no real problems with the snow. I know you said you be.
Nah.
That's good, man.
I dropped that 4-wheel drive. It raised on up and we out.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. That's good, man. I really like this. Let me say that today. Go ahead. Hey, keep going. I can cut you off, man. I really fuck with the whip,
good. It's seating. You know, we got five seats in here. A little roomy. It's very spacious. You can definitely fit, good amount of people in here. Different variations of sizes in here. Yeah. From the front to the back. You know.
I feel it.
You can fit a lot of things in here. They also got some towing capabilities.
Absolutely.
It's smooth. Something you need to take something, grab a little, move something, maneuver.
Yeah.
You can do what you gotta do.
Absolutely.
That's what's up.
Yeah. And that's also one of the many pros of it is, you can tow. Not everything you got can tow.
Yeah, absolutely.
You never know when you gotta take something with you.
Yeah.
A little something extra, you know?
Absolutely.
They also got good off-road capability. and the interior is really luxurious. You can
Yeah,
the
this
leather
shit
in
is
it,
real
smooth.
nice. Hopefully we get a good 360 of the whip later, but like this shit looks really nice
Yeah,
for the
it looks
inside.
really
I really
smooth,
fuck
man.
with this
Appreciate
joint,
it.
man.
Yeah. And they also got very good like the technology, like infotainment system is pretty good in here. How do you feel about it?
Man, I love it. Definitely. I can Bluetooth
like all that,
everything.
yeah.
You know, heated seats,
Okay.
cool seats,
Cool.
heated steering wheel.
Oh yeah, hold on, he got
cool
cooler
seats?
seats.
Absolutely.
Damn.
Heated steering wheel. I'm good.
You locked in.
I'm good.
You're locked in. And they also say it got a good ride quality. And for the cons, what people say, the fuel economy. Other than they said if it's not the eco diesel is the one where you get the best. But then they said other than that, you get a little. I'm not saying it's
shady.
bad, but it's like it's nothing. It's not like fantastic.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? But and they also say they said the ride is complex with the handling. I don't know. You said that you feel really nice when you're
Oh,
driving.
absolutely. If I need to get up and go, she can move. But most of the time, I'm parking lot pimping. I'm 5 miles an hour. I don't want no trouble from the law.
The type.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel it.
I feel you. And then that last two things, they said the infotainment system has a learning curve. They said
It looked nice to me, man. I don't know.
Hey, man,
That's
you
what
know,
people say.
That's what the streets saying.
Okay.
You know, and they said the maintenance can get a little up there with a little pricey.
It
How you feel?
could, but I mean, I keep it up. I take it back to the dealer, so
Yeah.
the dealer makes sure I'm straight. I don't have zero problems.
Yeah.
They make sure I'm always good to go. So
I can tell you keep it up. Like it looks really good,
appreciate
man.
it.
Like
Appreciate it.
I don't know. It feels like like I'm in a luxury car.
Appreciate it.
You
Yeah.
feel me? I know I say this every week. I love this whip, man. I love this car, bro. No, it's really nice, bro. It feels like luxury. It looks like luxury. I'm sitting tall in this joint, like you know what I'm saying. It feel good, man. How you
Thank
feel?
you.
I know you
Thank
said you love it, right?
Listen, for a short dude, I love sitting up in the air.
You feel
I
right?
love
You know what I'm
sitting up in the
saying?
air, absolutely.
That's what's up, man. Hey, what's the final verdict, man?
Hey,
what you
man.
thinking? Hey?
Overall, it's a 2015 Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Yeah.
Is a great option if you're looking for a balance between off-road capabilities, luxury, and everyday here and there, up and go, A, B, C, D options the way you're going to, man. So it's really good.
That's what's up, man. Hey,
Good.
I love this whip of the week, man. This is a good one, man.
Good.
So we're gonna get right into it. If y'all couldn't tell, we don't got Flip with us today. If y'all seeing this, he probably in Puerto Rico right now.
Yeah.
He probably in Puerto Rico right now. So we got my boy Liquid Ice with us in the back seat. He helping us drive and stuff like that. Yeah, man, you're gonna be working, you know what I'm saying? You taking over for Flip, man.
Shout out
Let's
Flip.
get into it, man. Like I said, we got my boy, my family, my cousin Ray, man. Hey, man, I really appreciate you for coming on, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, man. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, man? Just like whatever.
Grew up in West Baltimore.
Yeah. Baltimore.
There you go, right?
My fault.
There you go. And if my mom's a retired teacher, so she definitely would be mad at that. But I grew up in West Baltimore.
Yeah.
Went to Baltimore City College High School. Went to UMES. Graduated from Morgan, degree in electrical engineering. Worked in the federal government. Now currently work for Johns Hopkins University, the senior program manager. I do what I do, man. Won Black Engineer of the Year awards for Bayer. Always talking to kids. Always in the community, training for basketball, coaching AAU basketball, girls and boys. So one thing about me, I love to give back, man. So
Yeah.
I keep that grind in the community, and I want to see the young people exceed me and grow to greater heights. So that's
Yeah.
what I do.
That's really good, man. You said a lot just now. We're gonna unpack it a little bit. So you said, you worked. I know you said you worked in the government. Now you're doing Johns Hopkins. You said the program manager, right?
Yep.
How's that going?
Man, I love it. Johns Hopkins is a great opportunity, man. A great place to work. A very diverse environment. Johns Hopkins has a history, long-standing history of being in a lot of things, but I think they're taking a great opportunity to be a better and well-rounded, diverse environment. And where I work at is great, man. The people I work for and work with are phenomenal, man.
Yeah.
So I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Did you see yourself doing this? Like, would you see yourself doing when you were younger, and how you come to this now? Like,
As a young man, I was unsure what I wanted to do. My parents did a great job in my family of making sure I was around different environments. So I saw people doing different things. But it wasn't until I got to high school that I really made the decision that I wanted to be an engineer.
Yeah.
Around maybe 10th grade, second half of 9th grade. And then I started speaking it more.
Yeah.
And
When you
then,
say speaking,
I started vocalizing.
Oh, okay.
This is what I want to do.
Okay,
this is what I want to be.
Yeah.
And then people started helping me go from A to Z as far as moving to that. You know, so I spoke it into existence.
Yeah.
You know, people challenged me to look at what colleges had that degree. You know, narrow in, give me 5 colleges that had that degree that you may want to go to, and that was the beginning of the process. And then I started growing from there, becoming more serious about it. And then we just made it happen, and that was always my goal. It was challenging, definitely. You know, if anybody knows about engineering degrees, it's challenging. A lot of long nights in Morgan's engineering building till 4, 5 in the morning, 3, 4, sometimes 5 nights out of the week, but it's well worth it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's good, man. Because I went to Morgan too for a little bit. I was in the bio program,
Okay.
so trust me, I know what you mean by staying up 3, 4 in the morning
absolutely.
and stuff like that. You know, me and him both. You know what I'm saying?
Fellow Morgan alum.
Yeah. There you go.
That's what's up,
There you go.
man. And so you went from not knowing what you wanted to do to engineering to now you the executive. You said senior program manager
Yep.
now. You know what I'm saying? That's really good, man. That's real good. And you said you do other stuff too, like you said. Giving back to kids basketball and all that stuff.
Absolutely. So I love training with the kids around the city. I coach AAU. I coach with BBC. I coach with Power Move, and last time I coached with Team Mellow. I mean, I enjoy that. I love watching kids get better.
Yeah.
And then growing at the game, having a passion for the game. And the biggest thing is seeing the ones who really love it.
Yeah.
Make that jump.
Yeah.
Becoming serious and transition to college and on some pros. So we got some kids that train with us and play with us that are now in the pros.
That's what's up,
Yeah.
man. That's really good. So, like, did you always know you wanted to be a coach? Because I'm assuming you hooped back in the day.
Yeah, I came up playing basketball in Bentlow, played at City, I played in the military. So playing was fun. Of course, being 5'5" at that time, no aspirations of the NBA. Wasn't going to happen. But
I mean, what the hell, like Muggsy, right?
Yeah, Muggs is a
He's an anomaly.
Muggs is a freak of nature. You know,
He's an
Muggs is
anomaly.
Muggs. You
Yeah.
know, and he's different. But you know, once I started helping out at Bentlow, you know, helping out with other programs, I enjoyed the idea of coaching. I did coach for 2 years over at Lake Clifton under Coach Tree.
Oh, true.
Yep, and that's where I really learned X and O's. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Coach Tree taught me a lot about X and O's, about reading young men and women and getting the best out of them. So shout out to Coach Tree. That's my guy.
So, you know what's crazy? I feel like just piecing your whole story together, talking about how you went from coaching to X and O's, and now you like the senior program manager. All that go together. You know what I'm saying? You helping putting people like you doing basketball, same thing being the senior program manager. Like, you know what I'm saying? It all just crazy how stuff just fall into place. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
One thing, coaching definitely helps you learn how to interact with different people.
Yeah.
Because I coached track and field for about 4 years when I was at Morgan, and I found out that, like, you know, the way you talk to one person is not the same way you can talk to another person.
Absolutely.
And it was just figuring that out was the most difficult part. It's kind of like figuring out how I can talk to this person to get him to do the best that he can.
Yeah.
Because some people you can be stern with, like, yo, you're messing up, you gotta lock in. Some people you gotta cater to a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know, things like that. And that definitely helps out in, like, the world. Like, you realize, you kind of figure out how you gotta maneuver and talk to different
With
people.
different people,
Yeah.
too.
That's crucial right there. We call it everybody button is different, right?
Yep.
But it comes down to us as coaches, me as a mentor as well. Got to have great soft skills.
Yeah.
You got to learn to be hot and be cold. And as you said, people are different, and you got to meet people where they are, and your approach and conversation with them for each individual is different.
Yeah.
So you did on with that one. Absolutely.
That's what's up, man. That's real good, man. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still learning that, to being able to with different people, you know what I'm saying? Because I be stuck in my way sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. I be like, all right, come on, bro, we gotta lock in type shit. But I can't talk to everybody like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning that right now. You know, because like you said, people are different. Like you got, what do you say, the different button for different people type thing. So,
and I think the key thing is you said it's a learned skill.
Yeah.
So you learn
Yeah.
as you grow. You know what I mean? And it's trial and error. You know? It's
because I feel like I have good people skills, but as I'm learning, I'm like, damn, I still got a long way to go. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm learning something new, like every day, every week. You know what I'm saying? Something new about myself, about other people, how things work and stuff like that. So
it's a process, man.
yeah,
It's a process.
and you going back to another thing, you said you spoken into existence. You feel like that's like a big thing with like just life in general, or how you feel?
Absolutely. You know, if we come up with a thought or something we want to do or we aspire to do, we gotta make it happen.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta be a shaker and a mover. You know, we can't just talk about stuff.
Yeah, facts.
That's with individuals, us as individuals, but it's also for us as a people and our community. You know, if we want to grow as a people, if we want to grow individual, we want to grow as a community, we got to do the right things and make it happen.
Yeah.
We got to have words are one thing, actions are something different.
Yeah.
So you got to have some action with your words.
I
definitely.
feel you. But you feel like they go hand in hand though? The action and
Absolutely.
the words?
Your actions got to match your words all day, every day.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's it? Congruency. You gotta be congruent with what you say and what you do. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
'Cause a lot of people say they're gonna do something and then they don't. You know, they don't do it, or they do something but then that's not lining up with what they say. You know what I'm saying?
They go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Yep.
I realized like I kind of do the opposite. Like I'll say less than what I plan on doing or what I would do. Like I gotta get to a point where I'm like, even if it's like not even on some like helping somebody, like, I'll do a little bit less and then do more. It's like if I'm aiming for a goal, I'll aim shorter, but the way I'm moving is a lot. I'm really moving like my goal is farther, but I'll say like it will be here, and I feel like I gotta, because I guess it's kind of selling yourself short in a sense. Even though I'm putting in the work, like I'm trying to go farther. I know like I really want to go farther, but it's like I kind of just gotta
What you
match
think
it.
about
You
that?
psyching yourself out, right?
Kinda.
You telling yourself you want 1, 2, and 3, but you really want 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
Right?
Type. Yeah.
So I would tell, for me, I think this is what we have to do as a people, as a community, as individuals, right? We got to shoot for the moon.
Yeah.
We got to shoot for whatever makes us better as individuals and not settle. I'm not selling for silver or gold. We gotta want platinum and diamond. You know what I mean? And that I just mean status, right?
Yeah.
We gotta shoot for that because we've been short all our lives. We've been short, and so we can't even play with that. We got to speak it into existence, and our actions have to be deliberate to move towards that high standard.
Exactly.
So that's what I think.
What J. Cole say? If you ain't aim too high, you aim too low.
Absolutely.
No, that's real. That's real. I'm big on I guess I don't want to say manifestation, but I'm big on, I try to make sure I talk to myself positively whenever I can, you know what I'm saying? Even if I mess up, I'll be like, nah, I didn't mess up, I learned something, you know what I'm saying? Just, I changed my mindset. It's a perspective, perception, I always mix the two words up, but how you look at something, perspective, whatever. Yeah, it's like how you look at something can really change your outcome, how you move forward with it, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's funny you talk about J. Cole, because what's his words? We moving and we on our way.
Yeah.
We gotta move in a positive way. Because what do you say? Too bad is we going the wrong way. Right?
Yeah.
So words and actions are one thing. So you just gotta make sure we going in the right positive direction too. So
Yeah.
I feel it.
absolutely.
Yeah, man. So I'm gonna pivot real quick. You said talking about the community. I feel like let's talk about the black community. How do you feel about the black community right now? And where you think we at, coming from where, like how you've seen it growing up to where we are now?
We've made some progress. The black community has made some progress. And when I came up, it was a little different. I really think we need some more structure and discipline as a people. If we look back in history, our grandparents and great grandparents and some of our fathers, and I'm only speaking from a male perspective, right?
Yeah.
Everything they did with a uniform on, shirt, tie, bow tie, suit. And we've lost that. Just that portion of it, we've lost that. Then when you look at people like the Nation of Islam or Muslims around, the country, U.S., right? They always got a uniform on. I love the Nation of Islam. I'm Islamic. I
know that.
Yep, I love the Nation of Islam. And I'm not with the Nation of Islam, but I love it because they always come with structure, discipline, purpose, vision, driven for purpose and vision, and they got a uniform on. And the Muslims, especially around the country, I love being a Muslim in Baltimore. I love going to Philly, New York, New Jersey, D.C., even foreigners. They always dress right, dress nice, best outfits, smelling good. And we have to continue that with that structure and discipline with all of us in our community, black and brown people. We got to get back to structure and discipline, especially for our young men, right? One of the biggest things that I think we're failing with is we're settling, and we have to have standards, and we have to hold our youth and each other to that standard, how we dress, how we talk, how we move. And then that goes for our young ladies too, because we are not going to be successful without the young ladies and the women. And we have to put them on the pedestal as queens, but we also got to hold them to a higher standard, because we know the optics that they put out there, especially on our black young women
Hell yeah.
and women, period. Like, they're not whores. They not prostitutes. They our queens.
Yeah.
They our mothers. They our sisters. They our daughters. And we have to make sure that they understand that they know who they are, and never falter or waver or yield to being anything less than that.
Exactly.
So when we see that on TV, when we see them, you know, degrading our women, downplaying who our women are, we have to remember that's our mothers, our sisters, our daughters. And we as black men and as a community got to put them on a pedestal. And so they feel high and mighty, they know who they are, and then we can move collectively.
Yeah.
With that being said, I know we're talking about where we are as a people, past and present, right? Also, in the past, we always had a mother and father in the household. I think personally that we flourished better when we had moms, dads, that family.
I agree,
Anytime
bro.
we're in a family environment, we as a people flourish better, and we got to get back to family. And flourishing better as a community, as a family first, then as a community.
Yeah.
So we need to get back to that.
I feel it.
Absolutely.
I feel it, man. I think that's really important. I think that's what we've been preaching on this thing, on this podcast for a while. Is community now.
Yeah.
Like, we gotta bring back the family. You know, the
Absolutely.
mom, dad, the whole household. That's when I feel like, you know, when we were the best as a people, because we had. You got to think about it. Like, it's more like. I'm trying to find the right words to put this in. Basically, you have more people to go to if you had an issue. You know what I'm saying? You had a family, someone you can go to mom, you can go to dad. And don't forget, you had a community back then. You know, you was cool with leaving your kids, like, with your neighbor and stuff like that. Be like, hey,
Absolutely.
like, you know, watch the kids for me. I'm going to go run something, grab something real quick and then come back.
Absolutely.
You had somebody to, you know, that if there was a problem, you can always go to them. But now we don't have that. I barely talk to my neighbors.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
And in addition to that, right, you have more oversight.
Yeah,
of our
that's what I'm
actions.
saying.
As young people, we got more oversight. So whatever mom agreed to, if it wasn't in line with me being a productive young man, my father and my uncles were gonna step in and was like, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
And then vice versa. If we had a young lady doing this and dad was like, or uncles said it was okay, mom or aunt and them was like, no, young women don't do that. We gonna move this way. So you had more oversight to make sure you were in that right path to grow productively, righteously, and move into a positive direction.
I feel you.
In addition to that, we cannot forget that as our community, we got to keep fighting for freedom, justice, and equality, right? Freedom of human expression, that's our freedom, right? Justice, treating all of our black and brown people fairly, and we got to get back to treating our people right. When I see, we got to get back to speaking, saying hello, how you doing, treating us right, you know, taking care of our folks. And then when we talk about equality, that's equal status, equal opportunity, equal rights.
For
we
real.
got to fight for that.
Yeah.
We got to fight for that. Absolutely.
I feel you, man. That's real good. What's up,
Oh,
yo?
yeah, ran out of memory.
Hey, man, I'll just delete some stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's really good, man. I really think we need to go back to community and stuff like that, man. That's really good, man. And also, so going back to the point you were talking about with being organized and structured, you know, wearing the suits and stuff like that. I have a friend who works at a school. He was used to be one of the coaches over there.
Okay.
But he stepped down after a couple years, but he worked at the school for 10 years, took a little break, and then came back, right? And back when he was coaching, all the kids, all the basketball players, when they went on trips, they would wear suits.
Okay.
To go like whenever had a travel game, they wear suits to go to
Absolutely.
the game and stuff like that.
Good stuff.
But now, like I said, he took a break, came back, and now the basketball team just be coming out in like sweats and whatever. Like,
Yeah, that's, you know, I think one thing that we have to realize as coaches, trainers, or whatever, basketball is a business now, right?
Yeah.
And when you go to work, you gotta dress accordingly.
That's what I'm
Especially
saying,
if you're
yeah.
in high school, you know, you gotta look your best. So I appreciate that coach having his players dress right, look nice, because you never know who's in the stands watching.
That's
you.
what I'm
So a
saying,
college
yeah.
coach is not just looking at your play; he's looking at how you dress, how you interact with other
Exactly.
people, and he's looking at your family as well. So I like
Everything.
Yeah, everything. So I like that him having them dress up. I think that's a good look.
Yeah. So let's take a pivot. How you feel about the NILs, man?
Man, these kids need money. They gotta get paid because the school's getting all this money off
Yeah.
of them. Jerseys, their play, tournaments, and these kids are giving everything on the court. They should get paid.
Yeah.
You can't keep making millions and millions of dollars off of kids and they don't get nothing.
Yeah.
So I like the NIL.
Yeah.
Let these kids get paid.
I
Man.
feel you. I had so one of our first episodes, we had a guy he played football in college, and I think he did it right before the NILs was like a thing, so he wasn't getting paid, but he had a friend that was basically he started you couldn't have no business, you couldn't have a clothing line, nothing before the NILs and stuff like that. You couldn't do nothing to get paid off yourself. And and the guy, one of the football players on his team, he started, I think it was like a clothing brand or something. He was always an entrepreneur, but when he got to college, he had one and started blowing up. And they said, hey, you got to get rid of that or you can't play football no more.
That's crazy.
And guess what? He said, nah, I'm making money off this. He said, I'm gone.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But to think about it, if literally a couple years later, people's getting paid off doing exactly what he did. So you know what I'm saying? Like,
he should get paid off his image and his likeness.
Yeah, that's
and
what I'm
his
saying.
name.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that's that's his name. That's
Yeah,
his
that's
image,
what I'm
his
saying.
likeness. So everybody can't get paid off of him, and he not reaping the benefits. So
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
yeah, I wish
Like
they.
devil's advocate.
Yeah, go ahead.
What about the education? Like, say you're paying them in the they be like $50,000 a year, right, for the school. Or they pay. How do you feel?
Something like
about
scholarships?
Yeah, like the scholarship. They go to school for free, right, and they get the board and they get the food and all that. If you're like in the D1, right, and then you get also get the scholarship, free tuition. And that some people would probably be like, that's more than enough.
So we can't judge what's more than enough
Yeah,
because they get scholarships to come there and play.
That's true.
But their name, image, and likeness is their own.
Yeah. I feel
So
that.
if they're there, they should get paid off their name, image, and likeness. That's their name, their image, their likeness.
Yeah.
And if they can get paid off of that, then they should get paid as an individual because the school get paid off of their name too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
That's
kids are coming to that school based on that school's name, reputation, what they have to offer as well.
Yeah.
They gonna get paid off of that.
Okay.
So the individual should get paid off of their separate name,
feel
image, and likeness. That's
feel you.
just my perception.
I feel you.
I wish they had it when I was in school. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Oh man, I wish they had it now. Make me want to go back to school.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I got a couple years, you know what I'm saying?
I might got some years of eligibility.
That's what I'm saying.
And I could do a Cheerios commercial or something. You know, I don't mind.
Oh yeah, man. I feel it, man. That's real good, man. We gonna go ahead and pivot a little bit more, go ahead and drift a little bit. How you feel about the whole what's going on with politics right now, man?
Oh, man,
how you feel about this Trump presidency, man?
this is the thing. I'll say this.
Yeah.
I'll generalize it.
Yeah.
Our country right now needs to exemplify all the greatness that we have, and be a beacon for the whole world to see.
Yeah.
We cannot do that unless we start treating the people in this country right first. Again, there are a lot of problems in the world today. Absolutely. And we have the ability to help and assist and make those things right. But for us being here, we got to make some things right within our own country first. As they always say, you got to fix your backyard first.
Yeah.
You know, you got to clean your backyard up first, right? And clean your house up before you go trying to clean somebody else's houses up. And so I think that's what we need to do. I think, I would love to see our president, his administration really focus on, again, freedom, justice, and equality in our country.
I feel it.
That's what I would love to see.
Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You could be a politician, dog. You talk real good, bro. I was locked in, bro. I'm like, God damn, bro, that sounded good. I'm voting for this nigga.
I'm gonna leave that to everybody else.
Nah, bro.
That's not my lane.
Nah.
I don't want no parts of that.
For real?
Nah.
Why? Like, for real? Why, though?
Listen, I love what I do, man. I love talking to kids.
Yeah.
Because as a politician, they have they got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
So they shaking and moving. They all over the place trying to fix problems, right? And most politicians aren't tangible. We can't reach them every day.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
touch them. Well, if they want to see DelRay Wylie, I'm tangible. They can touch me every day, all day. The kids know where they can find me. I'm either in the gym, I'm working out, I'm at school speaking. So I'm a person they rubbing elbows with all day, every day.
Yeah.
So I like being tangible to the young
I feel
folks.
it. I feel it, man. So I got a question, though. How did you get yourself to speak so well?
Well,
because that's what I'm trying to learn.
My mother is a retired English teacher.
Okay.
And I remember at around, as early as 10 months, 11 months old, between her and my grandparents on both sides, I think every week I was getting a Cat in the Hat book. And so when I'm riding in the car, my mother, my cousins, my aunts read this book, and they made me read out loud. And so I always pride myself on being able to speak eloquently, intelligently. And so my mom helped me. That's all her.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
That's all Bunny Wild.
Yeah, I was about to say shout out Bunny, man.
That's all Bunny Wild.
That's what's up, man.
Absolutely.
That's really good. The reason why I asked is because I feel like I talk cool, but I want to get better at it. I want to be more sound like you talk very slow, and it sounds like everything's very concise, and
well thought
out. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Everything-
Real quick.
there's a lot of confidence and it sounds like there's a lot of confidence in it and it's well thought out.
And that's process, right? That's a learned behavior as well. So
Yeah.
even in the federal government, I've taken some Toastmaster classes.
Oh, you did take Toastmasters?
Oh, absolutely.
Was it worth it?
Oh, absolutely. And then being in the military, going through ROTC, you know, and everything they teach you as an officer, you got to be able to give direction, speak eloquently, speak clearly, precise. And then as we grow as a leader in the federal government, traveling overseas, you want to be clear and descriptive about what you're saying, so that the people following you understand what you're trying to say and they can go out and execute. You know what I mean? So if I'm not precise, if I'm not giving clear direction and something goes wrong, that falls on me. So I had to practice what I was saying, be clear about what I'm saying, but also be eloquent about what I'm saying as well.
Yeah.
And then also I've learned to be peaceful. You know, we said that those buttons and everything, I climate control. And that's one of the things I've learned over probably the last 15, 20 years. I climate control. Everything is not hot. You know, know sometimes people come in rah 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 rah. Nah, especially in my religion, I learned to be patient.
Yeah.
Treat people with respect. Talk to people with respect. And the results 9 times out of 10 come out right. So I climate control a lot. So and I also looked in the mirror and listen to myself and look at myself speak.
Yeah.
That definitely helped me a lot as well.
I'm not gonna lie, this is like helping me. The podcast, I get to look at myself every week and see what, okay, I like this, I don't like this, I gotta slow down, I gotta speak up. You know what I'm saying? So like that's another reason why I like having people on here, because I like you, for example, you speak really well, and it's like okay, I see stuff that I like about how you talk, and I'm like, okay, I want to take that and actually make it a part of how I talk. You know what I'm saying?
So appreciate it.
Yeah, man, that's real good.
I noticed I tend to cause I got like a deeper voice and I got a little bit of rasp and that's fine. So and there'll be times where I'll be the volume level will be here and then it'll just tail off and I'll get the mumbling at the end and they'd be like, "What'd you say?" And I'm like, "Oh damn, man, I gotta repeat myself." And
that's a good thing. You guys get that opportunity to look at yourself on video and then go back in that mirror and practice, man. That same thing that you said and correct those things. And you just get better over time. It's no different than basketball. You keep working at it, and you get better. So
that's real good, man. So like you said we gotta going back to, I know we jumped over a lot of places, but talking about the current political climate, you said that we need to focus on making sure the people in here good before we start expanding out, trying to make sure everyone else is good.
Yeah, and I know we multitasking as a country, right? But I think a priority has to be taking care of the people in our own country first, right? And again, we're going to multitask as the United States of America, but we have to make it a priority to take care of our people here in our country. And the big thing is freedom, justice, and equality. We gotta fight for freedom, justice, and equality. And as a country, we have to make sure the people of this country have freedom, justice, and equality. And we all know the long history of the United States. Gotta do a better job of fixing some things in our backyard.
I feel you. So you're saying that you think it's getting better, worse, or
I mean,
the direction that we going in?
Has it gotten better? Absolutely. Can it get a whole lot better? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you can take 20 steps forward and then you take 19 steps backwards.
Yeah, tight.
And the progress is slow.
Yeah.
And so we have to have the ability as a country to fix things expeditiously.
Great word. Shout out to y'all, man.
Every time I hear, I think it's
Shout out to y'all, man.
Absolutely. Shout out to y'all.
I feel it, man. That's real good, man.
I think one of the big things is, it kind of ties into the equality and all the three things you were saying, is continuity. I think people need to realize that where it's not us fighting, we don't need to be fighting each other. We need to, as America, to come together.
As a country.
Yes, as a country. Because say people were to worry about different groups inside of America, but say you go to somewhere else outside of America, overseas, they're not worried about your different racial group or social group in America. They're American, and right. So you're fighting. You're in a group over there. You're fighting a battle that doesn't. When all said and done, when something really happens, it's gonna be America versus whoever, right?
Absolutely.
And you need to. I think people sometimes forget that we're one. We're a country. We're together.
Absolutely.
Like if China comes and attacks us, they're not gonna pick. Hey, you know, they're going after Americans.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
They're like, oh, let's leave the black ones out, or let's leave the white ones out. No, they're like America.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't
So-
care about your race, religion, creed, none of that. So yeah, I agree with you.
I
on
feel,
that.
but you gotta also realize, man, as humans are, as in our nature, when everything's going good, you gotta remember, we went through a period, we were the best. Like, it was the best period. I'm just talking about globally. Like, we were the top people, top dog. You know what I'm saying? So we went through a time of not much problem. So what I'm getting at is when there's
a problem.
Yeah, people like
you don't have a problem.
Like,
So
I'm not saying it's not a problem, but
Yeah.
we'll expand it than what it is, what it needs to be. So we'll make a problem. But like you're saying, going back when it's all said and done, if China comes and attacks it, they attacking America. You know, Russia they're attacking America. You know what I'm saying? So it's just I feel what you're saying. Bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
You agree? You feel it?
Yeah, I agree, man. We are one country, and we should stand in unity as one country. Unfortunately, there are separations in our country.
Yeah.
And people make it known.
Yeah. They make it known.
And so those are the things, some of the problems that I said we got to fix within our own country. In order to unify our country. You know, when we look at the Olympics and things like that, we unified, man. I love seeing the USA basketball team, black, white guys, you know, really representing the country. That's a wonderful thing.
Aren't we getting the Olympics this year? Like, aren't we hosting it in 2026?
LA, I think.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, we
LA.
hosting it. That's
Absolutely.
crazy to think about, man.
Oh man, LA's gonna be
Traffic gonna be
yeah,
it's gonna be crazy.
LA is gonna be lit. LA is gonna be lit, man.
That's it.
It's gonna be lit.
Would you go out there
The LA?
for the Olympics?
Oh, absolutely.
Man, that's a lot of stuff going on, man.
people.
That's a lot of people.
Absolutely. We were just talking about that last week, trying to get out there for the Olympics.
Oh,
man.
for real?
Oh yeah. Shout out to LA, man.
Yeah.
It's a great place.
You been out there?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Great place.
Yeah, we've been to Cali, but I don't think we've been to LA.
Yeah,
for real.
great place, man.
Yeah, is it real fast or is it?
LA is LA, man. It's real laid. it's laid back. You know, you get in where you fit in.
Yeah.
You move how you move.
I feel it.
And yeah, LA is LA.
Is it real expensive compared to here?
It depends. If you out there trying to shop and you trying to buy something,
Yeah.
then it's gonna be expensive. If you on Rodeo Drive somewhere, you're gonna spend some money.
Okay.
But if you out there at a concert, at the game, you know, it's real chill.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right,
LA,
that's
good place, man.
Yeah, I love Cali. I loved it ever since I went out there. I loved it. So I definitely need to make my way back out there again. Just a little trip, little vacation.
absolutely.
So, you know what I'm saying? So that'd be cool, man. One last question before we start getting into the got a couple videos I want you to see, just like that we do on here. But last question I got is, how you feel about like the I guess how the finance right now of the world? You think, stuff's been getting expensive, man? Like the groceries. I remember,
Golly.
man. I think I spent $200 just for it. It only lasts me like 2 weeks,
Man,
2.5 weeks.
I used to have a thing where I tell people, like, you're not growing until you spend $100 on groceries. But now $100 ain't nothing on that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That
saying.
won't get you nothing,
Yeah.
man. I think we need to just buy some land and start buying some cows and chickens and farming.
Yo,
man.
that's literally what Kevin said last like couple weeks.
Bro, what the
Absolutely. Absolutely. Grow organic.
Yeah.
Grow your own vegetables. Grow
Hey,
your
y'all
organic
see, man.
chicken.
I mean,
And don't let me get some land with a leak. I might get me some salmon. Grow some organic salmon or trout or something, man. But
ain't that crazy? That's what I've been
It's really
saying.
been, yeah, that's what we've been saying. Talking about the
finances is different, man,
Yeah.
here in our country right now, man. And so, the interest rates going up.
Yeah.
We just gotta be real prudent about how we spend our money.
Yeah.
What we spend our money on. Definitely.
So you want to know an interesting fact? You probably already know this. The what is it about the black dollar circulating?
Oh yeah, it was like how long the black dollar a dollar stays in like a black household versus a white household. I think a dollar in the black household was like.
Oh, let's start with the white.
The white.
The white was like, I forgot. What was it, like 17 days?
Yeah.
The Asian was like 24 or something like that, 12 days. The black household,
A couple hours.
like 6 hours, 2 hours.
Yeah.
well,
That is crazy, bro.
The black and brown people are probably the biggest consumers in the country,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so we just have to figure out how we spend money with our people.
With our people,
With
yeah.
our people, you know what I mean? And so we have to find those stores that are giving good business, giving back, because the store, if we spend money, that store, I would like to see a store that gives back to the community as well. And we have some of those stores and businesses here in our city and in the country, you know, and there's a lot of businesses that do give back to the community as well. Shout out Wylie Funeral Home. Yeah, definitely. Shout out Time Group gives back. Definitely. And a lot of other business, leading by example. A lot of good organizations out here and businesses that are giving back to the community, man. So, yeah, we just got to keep doing that, man. Keep working with our people, spending money with our people, growing as a people, growing as a community. Definitely.
You know, it's crazy. I've been saying this. It's just insane, bro. So I was just talking to a friend, and we were talking about. So you heard of like the I guess the Target ban they're doing right now, the 40-day fast against Target and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's working. They see that, you know, that the black dollar has some power. You know what I'm saying? People are starting to realize that our money actually holds power. We shouldn't have been known, but like people are becoming more conscious of it. That hey, we have a lot of power. We have a lot of spending power. You know what I'm saying? And it is being shown within the Target ban that they've been doing for the past 40 days or however long it is. But did you want to say something?
No, go ahead.
Okay, so basically what I'm saying is that yeah, that's cool that we're banning from Target for whatever 40 days, but what does that do in the long run? Now, hear me out. Let me continue on. What we need to do is, like you were saying, start spending money back within our communities. Go to the little brick and mortar, little mom and pop shops. You know what I'm saying? Spending money there within our communities. Absolutely. And you know, keep the money within our communities and helping us grow. You know what I'm saying? Because those corporations don't really care about us. They're doing everything. We're living in a capitalistic society. You know what I'm saying? So their main thing is for profit. So whatever they're gonna do, they're gonna buy up everything, and then whenever they can, they're gonna hike up the price. You know what I'm saying? And if there's no competitor, they're not gonna be in, like, let's just say you Target's the only place in your community that you can get groceries. You're gonna have to pay $100 for some groceries if they say that's gonna be $100. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, if we have people buying up land, starting their own farms, and then going it back and then selling it within their communities, then we can keep the money within our community to people that we know, you know what I'm saying, that we trust, that we grew up with, that we can, you know what I'm saying, and they'll be able to compete against, you know what I'm saying, at least maybe not right away, but eventually they'll be able to compete, especially if we start saying, hey, we're gonna give you our money versus these large corporations who don't really care about us, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, if they're charging $100 and they're only people that's selling, you know, goat cheese or whatever, you gotta pay $100 for the goat cheese even though it's only $5.
Exactly. So as consumers, right, we got to be committed to doing that, spending money with our black and brown people, but then also as businesses, they have to be committed to making sure they got a quality product.
Exactly.
Right. And then anytime we make progress, which we're trying to do, that comes with struggle and sacrifice. Right. And so we have to accept the fact that there's going to be some struggle. Yeah. There's going to be some sacrifices. But if we stay committed to the task, I think we can get there. Yeah. Absolutely.
He's a great talker, bro. Hey, man, let's get into these videos, man. Like we said at the beginning. Yeah, that's cool, man. Like I said, man, we cool, man. We chilling, man. You hot? Yeah, I got hot a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. got a little toasty in here, man. All right, we're gonna get into the videos, man. We're gonna talk the first video we got. Teacher was ordered to remove signs from her classroom, including one saying "Everyone is welcome here." Go ahead and start bringing up the video if you can, eh? But I don't know, man. We're gonna get into the video, but removing signs that saying "Everyone is welcome." I think it was 2 different signs that she had up there, and basically saying that's not. I think they said it's. I don't want to say it's not unconstitutional, but they were saying it's not right to have those type of signs in there. I'm gonna show you the video, so you don't gotta respond right now, but. You ready? Yep. All right, let's go ahead and play the video, man.
Content neutral and conducive to a positive learning environment. That's the policy.
Right. And I was told that it's not content neutral, that it's a personal opinion.
A West Ada school teacher is being told to remove 2 signs of inclusion from her middle school classroom because the school district says it violates policy. Sarah Inama has taught world civilization to 6th graders at Lewis and Clark Middle School for the past 4 years. And for the past 4 years, Sarah had these signs up in her classroom. One that said, "Everyone in this room is welcome, important, accepted, respected, encouraged, valued, and equal," written over the colors of the rainbow. And another that said, everyone is welcome here, showing hands of various skin tones, hearts in the palm, those kind of things. You know, pretty benign signs if you look at them. And before we go any further with this, the sign with the rainbow colors, not the same as an LGBTQ flag, although Sarah says she's very much an ally, she just doesn't advertise it in her classroom. So for 4 years, these signs have survived sans harassment. Nobody said a word about them. That is, till about a month ago.
So yeah, man, they saying that is going against policy now for having these type of signs up. Is saying that it's personal opinion.
Gotcha.
How do you feel about?
And looking at the signs, man, I really like it. That goes back to what we're talking about, unity. It's not targeting a specific group. It's not eliminating a specific group. It actually showed hands of various shades and colors, and that goes back to what we talked about earlier, right? Really uniting. And I think we have to recognize that a lot of policies and procedures don't fit our community. It doesn't. Some of them just don't fit. And then it gets back to what we discussed earlier. Like, for us as a people, we have to have some standards, some hardline standards that we live by as a country. We too shaky. You know, something happened, we yield or we move the goalposts on this.
Yeah,
side.
we do, man.
Something happened over here. You know, we got to do it. This is the policy procedure, but then we can change it based on a specific action or act that happens. You have to be hardline on our standards.
Yeah.
And not just policies and procedures. I'm talking about standards of living. We got to realize and we got to say, this is acceptable, this is not acceptable, whatever it is.
Yeah, we're such loving people, man. You know what I'm saying? And we're loving, caring people, and we want to work with people, but we keep seeing, like, hey, not everybody wants to work with us, and you know what I'm saying? Not everyone's conducive to what we want to do, and make sure everyone's inclusive. And that I see our people starting to realize it. But like you said, we need to start. Hey, this is the standard that we have, and we're not swaying away from it no matter what.
No matter what.
You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
I feel you. I feel like that's real good, man.
My thing is, so it said it was going against the school's policy.
It's a policy.
So I guess I need to do some more digging to figure out which policy they're talking about. If it's the schools, it's the school board. Or like like their county, what their rules are.
How you feel about it?
Because it's like, it's personal opinion, right? But that should be in your policy. Like, that's an opinion that should be in your policy. You feel me?
You're dead on with that. Like, that should be a policy that everyone's welcome.
Yeah. You would think so.
Yeah, that's why I feel like I need to do more digging, figure out if it's the school or is the school district, and whose policy is it going against.
Yeah.
So you can figure out where you can really, like, put blame on. Because right now it just looks like it's the school's fault, and it might not even be the school's fault. You feel me? So that was just whose policy is it going against?
Absolutely.
I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, the reason I put it in there is because, like you guys said, you would think that is the policy to have inclusion for everybody.
Yeah.
But obviously, I'm wrong. You know what I mean?
We all know the policy.
Yeah, right. That's what I get for assuming. But I think that's really it's crazy to even think about that. That's not even that. They even have to say something
so
like
they
this.
gonna fire Shorty and she keep it up there?
Yeah.
Probably. Like, I don't know. I don't want to say because I don't know.
Yeah.
But, like,
Because the question would be, who's not welcome?
Which one of these? Which one of these in the picture?
We're talking about students who's not welcome.
Yeah.
You know, what student is not welcome?
One of these hands.
Yeah, and so now, what are we doing?
I feel you.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Man. So,
I feel it.
hey, man, let's go to the next topic, man. Trump set to ban people from 43 countries from traveling to the U.S., including Russia and Belarus. Go ahead and get the video up. But I think this is crazy because I remember in his first term, I think I was still in college then, and they had the travel ban with the visas for students and stuff like that. They were starting to kick out the students. Like, people were studying in school and they were like trying to kick them out. You remember that kind of a little bit?
A little bit, not too much. I think I remember a little bit. But
Yeah,
I wasn't too like that.
I went to for the last half of my college tenure. I went to UMBC, and so we had a lot. It was very diverse, and there was a lot of people talking about that. That's why I remember it so much. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people were like, "Yeah, my family's getting affected by this," and it's kind of crazy that you know what I'm saying, like. They're here for school and they might not even be able to finish school because they might get kicked out of the country.
So they like took visas away and stuff like that?
I can't remember exactly because I don't want to speak on it and be wrong, but I just remember it was a big deal. Go ahead, let's bring up this video.
Widespread demonstrations erupted when President Donald Trump, in his first term, issued a travel ban for 7 majority Muslim countries. And now, the Trump administration is considering a new travel ban. That's according to sources familiar with the matter and an internal memo seen by Reuters, which shows 41 countries divided into 3 separate groups. The first group of 10 countries, including citizens from Afghanistan, Iran, Syria, Cuba, and North Korea, would be set for a full visa suspension. The second group of 5 countries, Eritrea, Haiti, Laos, Myanmar, and South Sudan, would face partial visa suspensions. The third group, which includes Belarus and Pakistan, would be considered for a partial visa suspension too, if, according to the memo, their governments, quote, do not make efforts to address deficiencies within 60 days. A U.S. official told Reuters there could be changes on the list and that it was yet to be approved by the administration. When Trump took office on January 20th, he issued an executive order requiring intensified security vetting of any foreigners seeking U.S. entry. That order directed several cabinet members to submit by March 21st a list of countries from which travel should be partly or fully suspended.
So, like I said, he's setting a ban on 43 countries, and the countries are set into groups with some have full bans, they can't get in the country at all. Some, they need to go through extra paperwork or whatever type
Gotcha.
and stuff like that. And so, I think it's interesting that we brought it up earlier. Don't forget that we have the Olympics next year, and a lot of people are going to be coming out, from different countries to come see, because we're hosting the Olympics. Mm-hmm. I don't know, do you think this is because of the Olympics, they're preparing for next year, or how do you think this is going to affect the Olympics? How do you think it's going to affect everything like that?
There are so many variables that we can estimate or think about or perceive. It would be interesting to know what those deficiencies are.
Yeah, that was my question. I was like, deficiencies.
And then also the reason behind, him making that ban.
Yeah.
It may be valid. It may not.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we get information late.
Exactly.
So I would love to know why.
Yeah.
And hear why before I made a opinion on that.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
No, I completely understand. Like you said, my biggest deficiencies. That's an interesting word to use. You know what I'm saying? Like
deficiencies is crazy.
Deficiencies is a crazy word.
Deficiencies, I'm thinking like iron.
Yeah.
Like what are they deficient in? What are they not? What are they coming up short with?
Are they lacking something?
Yeah, that's
what's going on. Absolutely.
Yeah, but I think it's just interesting to think about it. We brought up the Olympics, and it's like, okay, we got all these people who are probably going to be coming in to the country, next year. How are we going to navigate that and all that stuff? So that's just very interesting.
Yeah, that'd be very interesting. Absolutely.
Very interesting to see and stuff like that.
I always think, as I've grown older, I always feel like there's always a bigger reason for everything that's done, especially when it comes to the government.
Of course.
Which is probably we won't ever find out, but I'm always wonder there's a reason why you did that. Because right now it's like, it doesn't make sense, but there's a reason that they just not telling you.
Yeah, exactly. So there's always a reason for real, whether we know it or not.
Yeah, that's something different.
We got to think those. We don't think so. Those they're very smart people in power right now. You know what I'm saying? And they have teams with
a lot of research, a lot of data. They're doing a lot of thinking, and they got a whole bunch of things that they're looking up and figuring out.
That we didn't even probably think about. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So everything's very calculated and stuff like that. So even when they say certain things, I understand it's like we'll never know exactly.
Won't know the motive.
We'll never know. You know, unless you in that
circle.
You're not gonna know.
Well,
man.
I think we should tell Trump invite me so I can be in those other circles.
Hey man, like I said, I vote for you, man.
I need to be informed.
I vote for you, man. I put you right up there with him, man. I feel like you hold it down for us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. I'd probably be chief of staff or something like that. I don't want to fill those shoes of president or anything, man.
I'm not gonna lie. I used to want to be president, man.
Hey, listen,
I don't want to do it no more.
Listen, if that's what people want to do, man, they gotta speak it into existence, man. If President Obama can do it, other people can do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wanted to, man. Honestly, like you said, that's a lot of work, a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Not saying I can't do it, but I don't want to stress myself out like that.
And not knowing what comes with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The biggest thing, like.
You won't know until you step in that office. They probably tell you, it's like, it's not cool, we got you. And then you step in that office, they're like, you on your own.
Because remember when Obama hair was black, came out, he was gray.
Exactly. Like, age 20 years and 8.
I'm telling you.
That's what I'm saying.
You feel me? Yeah, that's heavy. That's big shoes to fill, and man, that's politics.
It's
is
a big
not my
weight
thing.
because you got a
Politics
whole
not my
country
thing.
on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't.
Yeah, I feel you.
I'm gonna stay in this lane right here. I'm gonna stay right here.
I feel it, man. Hey, man, we gonna make a little pivot. You know what I'm saying? We can talk a little sports. You know, I got 2 sports guys in here, man, and you know, I'm gonna just play the real, man. Go down there, man. Is Westbrook the best point guard of all time? Hold up, don't say nothing.
Statistically,
Hey, hold on, don't say that. We gonna play the video, bro, and then we gonna let you talk about it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
This is gonna be great for y'all, man. Y'all, I feel like both of y'all got some good insight, you know, when it comes to basketball. Video come up?
Yeah, let me try to get it to the beginning.
Turn the volume up for me, brother.
Westbrook averaged Russell Westbrook is the greatest point guard of all time, statistically. Westbrook averaged a triple-double at the point guard position. He did that how many times? 4 times he averaged a triple-double.
4 times.
Now, we talking about the double-double being the metric of highest from a point guard. So how can Westbrook not be all the way up here at 200 triple-double?
With a 30-point triple-double.
None of y'all can reach him. Magic, all y'all, you can't come back to get more triple-doubles than him. You can't come back and make it look better than him. He made it look so easy that we just stopped looking at it.
Dropping that top out of vert, I've been pushing the coupe through the slimes. What you been doing? Smacking this bitch off a...
So, like you said, Westbrook, best point guard all the time. He said statistically, because I heard you were about to say that.
And that was a question, right?
Yeah.
Statistically, man, his numbers speak for themselves. I'm not saying he the best, because Isaiah Thomas is Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
Hands down.
People like to forget about Isaiah
purest-
Thomas.
What are you talking about?
People forget about Isaiah Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas is the purest point guard, best point guard ever to play the game. Top number 1.
Yeah.
Right? Magic, I would say 2.
Really? I got Magic at number 1 person.
I'm gonna go Magic number 2.
Okay.
Jason Kidd is 3.
Okay.
I'm going Kyrie Irving 4.
Kyrie 4.
I'm going Kyrie 4.
Okay.
And then I would go Russell Westbrook 5. That's my top 5.
A lot of people give you pushback. No Steph Curry.
So the thing is this: Steph Curry is in a league of his own.
Yeah.
Like his lane is untouchable. He's not a point guard.
Yeah.
He's a scorer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is a pure scorer. Can he play the point guard position? Absolutely. But that's not his best forte.
Yeah.
That man is a scorer. He's a killer. The baby face assassin.
Yeah.
That's what he do.
Yeah.
He takes the life and the heart out of people.
You're not
He's
lying.
a scorer. He's not really, that's not his job to go out there and be the point guard and set people up. His job to come off that pin down and light you up.
Yeah.
And then when he got that boot on your neck, to twist it and give you a 50-foot 3 and turn around back. So I don't put Steph Curry in that category as point guards, man. And then Kyrie is a point guard. But for me, Kyrie is the all-time best scorer from all 3 levels. You know, no disrespect to Kevin Durant. Shout out to my man Melo. Melo is a killer.
Yeah.
But Kyrie is the best scorer from all 3 levels. And then do we leave out LeBron, right? Because LeBron is truly, they try to say here, point guard, point forward. So I think LeBron is a freak of nature in himself.
Yeah.
He in that Magic category. You know, him and Magic is different. 6'9" point guards can play all 5 positions.
Yeah.
So those 2 right there, we can talk about them in another topic as well. But just point guards, Zeke all-time greatest. Isaiah Thomas. Shout out to Isaiah.
I gotta do some more going back and looking at Zeke.
Yeah, Zeke is a killer, man.
Yeah.
He's a killer. He set people up, and then if you need him to go get you 40, he gonna go get you 40.
Yeah.
He gonna get you 40. Kyrie, same way. Russell Westbrook is just a dog.
Yeah.
He's a
pure
dog,
bro.
That's like the definition.
Yeah, he's a pure dog. And,
Yeah.
and people forget about J Kidd.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, all the time. All the
People forget
time.
about Jason Kidd, man. Jason Kidd is a beast, man. He
Yeah.
was a beast. So yeah, that's my top 5.
How you feel about it?
I like it. I like the top 5.
Any you make any changes? You keep it the same?
Big changes. Just because how he was listed, I'd probably throw Curry in there. Just because where he's listed at, even though he's not really a point guard, but I'd probably just throw him in there just to, just because he's listed there.
Of course.
So that's probably the only thing.
Of course. And then you feel you know, probably, and I had to mention this, my guy, he would probably be my 6th point guard. Like Chris Paul is a.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Paul
I
is-
forgot. I love Chris. Yeah, Chris Paul.
He the epitome of point guards.
Yeah.
Man. Now you got some dudes still playing that's young, but right now Chris Paul, if he had some rings, he could be in that conversation.
Oh, hell
for
yeah.
top 5. He just
Hell
had no
yeah.
rings.
I forgot about Steve Nash. Can't forget Steve Nash.
I don't know if he top 5 for me.
But if we talking about like statistics and accolades, 2 MVPs, you gotta put him in there.
Over who though?
That is true. I mean, okay, if we're doing everything together, like not just based off better and skill, then I'd have to move Kyrie out. If it's not
Okay.
just who's better.
Okay.
You feel me?
So you'll put Steve Nash in there?
Yeah.
So what would you do with Tony Parker?
That is true. I don't think he was together collectively better than Westbrook.
Okay.
So I'd probably,
Tony Parker was a tough point guard.
Yeah, I'm a big Rondo guy too. That's one of my. I love Rondo.
Yeah, Rondo.
I love
Definitely.
Rondo. Oh my goodness.
Definitely.
I love
You gotta,
Rondo.
so
You feel me?
maybe we looking at 6 to 10 then.
Yeah, so like,
Rondo,
it's a lot.
Parker, and Nash.
Like, if you really start looking, like, there's so many point guards
Yeah.
that like in that conversation. It's really hard to make a straight top 5, like a definitive top 5.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I feel it, man.
Shout out Rondo, man.
Shout out Rondo.
So I got a question. Do you think how do you feel about the game now versus, I guess, 10, 20 years ago, man? That's been a thing. What's they say that we soft now?
Change is inevitable, man. And it's for us, like the sports is about business.
Yeah, at the end of the
Marketing
day.
and business. And so, we as fans, we're fans of the sport.
Yeah.
There's a business side that people look at as well.
Yeah.
We don't look at that. And so it could go left or right. They looking at more points, more people visually watching the game.
Yeah.
So, they making more calls on defense so the score can be higher.
Yeah.
Right? We want to see great basketball.
Yeah.
And so I can't say it's watered down because there's some players today that could play back then when it was blood, sweat, and tears. You know what I mean? A foul was a foul. But the game has changed.
Yeah.
I think the one thing that hurts it is because of how popular it's gotten and how they're trying to get it to be even more popular. They're catering the game to more casual fans than the avid real the people that really love basketball.
Yeah.
So like if you're just watching the game and you don't know too much about it, you see all the shots and all the movement, the foul, free throws, you're like, oh, this is great. But then you have someone who sit there like really looking at X's and O's and like, hey, but the way they're doing it like this could be, it's
Absolutely.
it's like this, like you giving too much of an advantage to this and that. You feel me? So it's
Yeah.
kind of messing up with sometimes with the flow of the game and all things like that. Like with defense, I think one of the inconsistencies in calls kills me every night. Every time you watch a game, is the inconsistencies. It's like it kind of blows me.
Yeah.
And especially, I would say one thing, especially the charge. The charge call is so inconsistent in the NBA, it kind of pisses me off. Because you'll have one person who's literally sitting there, they'll call a block. And then you see someone moving with it, they'll be like, charge. And then they'll go and review it. And then sometimes they don't even change it. There's not enough evidence. And it's like, kind of, certain things like that, things like that kind of make me
These
mad.
rule changes drive the score up, man.
Yeah,
That's
that
the
is
goal.
true.
They want points,
They
man.
want
Like
to see points and more flash. And
Yeah.
they don't want to see defense. They want to see somebody, get 140, 150 points.
Yeah.
Definitely don't want to see that
And
chess match.
Shout out to Steph Curry, man. He has caused a ruckus, man.
Oh, yeah.
A positive way.
Yeah.
Everybody want to shoot the 3 now.
Right.
Everybody,
Everybody
bro.
want to dunk. No one want to dunk no more.
Yeah, everybody want to shoot that tray ball.
shoot
And
the
for
three,
real,
man.
I think we gonna.
Did he ruin the game?
Oh, definitely.
You
Absolutely.
think him more than I think I think he started it and then Harden super ruined it.
Yeah, but their range is not compatible.
No,
with
yeah, no, I
Steph
feel
Curry.
that.
Like Steph Curry is
Yeah.
the babyface assassin is different.
But the thing about how Curry got his is moving around, ball movement with the Warriors. When
That's
Harden got it, it was literally move out the way, ISO, bing, 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 step back. You feel
Yeah.
me? So I mean, I feel you. If you're just looking like, oh, he's shooting threes, but if when you go layer it down, you see pin downs, back doors,
and we saw that, right?
Yeah,
Because the teams that did it, they won with it.
yeah.
Shout out to my man Rip Hamilton. We watched Detroit run Rip off of mad screens, get
Yeah.
open, and light you out. Shout out Ray Allen. Ray Allen did the same thing. Shout out my man JJ Redick.
Yeah.
JJ Redick did the same thing.
JJ
Steph
Redick.
Curry just moved it back. I think
Yeah.
they're gonna have to change the rules and make 4-pointers, man.
They not gonna make no 4-pointer,
Listen,
dog.
Listen.
They not gonna do that, bro.
When you come to Steph, man, he ruined the game.
He did, bro.
The babyface assassin is just
Bro,
animal.
I know people who like I'll go play like rec ball or whatever. People who've never played basketball before, they trying to shoot threes,
Trying to
bro.
shoot
Like
threes.
you know what I'm saying? They looking crazy, bro. Like
Can't make a layup.
that's what I'm saying. Can't make a layup, but you out here trying to shoot
can't
threes.
dribble.
Can't dribble.
But you're trying to smack that 30
Trying to
footer.
smack it. Exactly. Exactly.
I'm like Steph Curry, man.
Yeah, exactly. And they'll say it while they shooting. Steph Curry.
You heard someone say something?
I've never heard nobody say that.
Steph Curry.
I've only heard people yell Kobe. I know.
Yeah, I heard Kobe, yo.
Yeah, they yelling Steph Curry now.
That's crazy, bro. Nah,
tough.
like I said, man, I see people who never play basketball and like try to shoot a three, and that's just crazy.
Yeah,
to
it
me,
is.
bro.
Yeah.
It is.
Like you said, can't make a layup, can't dribble, barely pass, but they shooting
Right.
that 30-footer, bro.
Facts.
Like, hey, man, shout out Steph Curry. Man.
Shout out Steph.
Shout out Steph Curry, man. He changed the game, man. It's fun, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say, man. How you feel about it, man?
It's still some good ball out there.
Yeah.
I feel like people are living too much in the past and trying to compare, and they're trying to find things that's wrong with it and not finding things that's
good, right,
that's really
about it,
good
yeah.
about it.
I feel you, man.
So I
Yeah.
think that's what's really going. Especially I don't like the media coverage is a little messed up nowadays.
Yeah, it
What
is.
you mean?
It's just a lot of negative. Everything is negative. It's nothing highlighting the positives about what's going on, like how skilled the players are today, the offenses, the changes in the offenses and things like that. It's more like they'll highlight the foul bait, and then they'll highlight the softness. Then they'll talk about how they couldn't play in that era. Then they'll also take a player. He'll have an accolade. He'll break some record, and they'll think about. And then they'll bring some like context that's like kind of negatively shading why they got it this fast, instead of saying he's doing his thing. So yeah, instead of congratulations, it's like congratulations. But if they let me do back in the day, if they let him do a play like this, they would have got it too. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I mean, I see it in a sense. It's torn in two ways. One, they're trying to preserve the past. They don't want people to forget about how good the players were in the past. But there's a way to do that without tearing down what's going on in the present.
Yeah, I
absolutely.
agree with you.
I agree,
Yeah,
man. I agree. And shout out Dame Lillard, man. Dame Lillard is killing it with the 3-ball. I think he just won the second.
Oh yeah,
3-point
people
contest.
forget about Dame too,
Shout out
bro.
Dame, man.
Dame is he's been in a lot of small markets.
Yeah.
And he's quiet. He doesn't say much. He doesn't show much outside of him playing. He play and every
Deep
once in a
range,
while.
though.
Yeah.
Deep range.
Oh yeah.
Deep range. And shout out Ice Tray too, man.
Oh, they keep snubbing my man Trey Young.
Yeah,
they
they
do
keep-
him dirty.
they
Oh
What
my
you mean?
goodness.
What you mean?
Every
With the All-Star game?
All-Star games, and it's just he doesn't get enough love. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta say this because when I first seen Trey Young come out of Oklahoma, I was not a believer. I thought that he was.
I remember,
I thought he
yeah.
was one of those people who was a shot chucker, and if he couldn't get the shot, he would pass. I didn't think he was that good of a playmaker, but he showed me wrong, and I will be the first one to tell you. That nigga nice.
Yeah,
That motherfucker is
Trey
nice.
Young nice, man.
You feel me? So
Trey Young is nice, but shout out my man Dame Lillard, yo.
Yeah.
Shout out Dame Lillard. And you got Donovan Mitchell and Garland
Yeah,
over there
Mitchell.
balling this year.
Hell
too.
yeah.
I got a hot take, and I want to tell you, and I want to see how you feel about it.
Right.
It's with Donovan Mitchell. I think Donovan Mitchell's better than Devin Booker.
That's tough, right?
I know, it's so tough.
and it's because Cleveland is playing better right now. But Donovan Mitchell is balling.
Yeah,
Booker is an animal.
he is.
He
I
a
know.
scoring machine.
He is.
Hands down.
He is.
D-Book is D-Book.
Yeah.
You want a bucket, give it to
Yeah.
D-Book. D-Book is a bucket, man. So, I mean, Spider doing his thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Donovan is Donovan, yo. Animal. But D-Book is D-Book,
Yo,
man.
yeah.
D-Book.
Yeah, I'm not throwing no shade or nothing like saying one's like that. I'm just saying
they both ballers.
Yeah.
But we can't close out and talking about sports without talking about SGA and what he doing.
Let's talk about that, man. Let's talk about that.
Golly, Shea Gilders Alexander is a bucket.
Yeah.
Go
I
ahead.
mean, he's
can't, bro.
He's unguardable right now.
He-
Give you going to the left, right finishes, right mid range is just sweet. And if you need him to come down, pull up, step back, he give you everything. And he defending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He long defending, definitely hands down MVP this year.
You think so?
Oh, hands down.
I've been looking at the ladders, and they
That's
having
what I'm
Jokic
saying,
jump him.
bro. I was about to say.
They're having Jokic jump him in these
Listen.
ladders, and I'm like, hey, you got it.
You gotta give it to
That's
Shea.
Shea.
bro.
I mean,
ain't
and
gonna
not to take
lie,
nothing
bro.
away from Jokic,
Yeah.
right? Joker's Joker. Shea is balling for the second year in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, and he hands down. Shea is carrying his team. And don't get me wrong, everybody else on OKC is balling, man.
Yeah, they balling. But they number
Chaz,
one, right?
Yeah, Chaz and them balling. Their whole squad is balling, man.
Crazy.
But Shea is as the leader position, man. He really got his team balling. He's stepping up when they need him to step up. Got like 40-point games every other night. He giving you 40. Like, man, Shea is just hands down MVP.
I want him to win it, but I don't know. They might give it to Joker again. I don't know, man.
Yeah. So who's gonna win? Who's gonna win coming out the East? Is
Out
it
the
Boston
East?
or the Cleveland?
So the only thing I have about Cleveland is I've seen Darius Garland teeter off in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing. I have to see how Darius Garland is going to play. It's literally up to him.
Yeah.
I think it's literally on whether Darius Garland shows up.
And hopefully he's mature, right?
Yeah.
Having Donovan Mitchell around, been to the playoffs, losing in the playoffs, coming to the team with that experience.
Yeah.
Hopefully Donovan can help get the Cavaliers to the point where they can start winning in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
And then Mobley and their other big, I forget his name.
Jared Allen.
Jared
Allen,
man,
yeah.
they balling, man.
yeah.
And then their
Real
role
good team.
players shooting threes.
Oh, yeah.
But Boston, is
Really good.
Boston.
team. Oh, yeah.
Golly, when you talk about 1 through 10 from Tatum, Brown, and probably, I don't even want to say honorable mention, probably the most two underrated players in the whole league.
Oh,
is
yeah.
Derek White and Drew Holiday.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like Drew straps down. He straps everybody.
The thing about
Facts.
Drew Holiday is he's so conformative. Whatever you need him to do,
He'll do.
He'll do it. If you need him to just play defense, he'll play. If you need him to play a pure point guard, he'll play. You need him to be a corner shooter, he'll do that.
And
if you need him to score 30,
He can do
did
it.
it.
And he'll play the
do it.
best player on the other team
Yeah.
every night.
Yeah.
Defense. And then Derek White just running the team at the point position.
Yeah.
And then if you just say Derek, Tatum's out, Brown's out, Porzingis out.
Him and Pritchard gave people combined for 60 last week.
Yes. Yeah. And then you talk about their bench. And from the first 5, when you get to 6 through 10, 6 through 10 could go to any other team and start. I mean, and he scores. Pritchard is just
He's a bucket.
killing. And then the other players they got on there,
Cornette.
buckets. Cornette. Buckets.
Was it the other yell? The big. They got Cornette and they got Hauser.
Hauser, yeah.
Yo, but-
can score. Can shoot the ball.
And they play defense.
Hauser, yeah.
And they play defense. I remember the Lakers played them. Mind you, I'm a Lakers fan.
Okay.
So I watched a lot of Lakers games. So they played the Celtics, and the Lakers tried to go at Sam Hauser. Couldn't. He was clamping.
Yeah.
He sits down. He doesn't you look at him. He's like, oh, no, we can get by him. Let's ISO him. No,
Yeah, absolutely.
He's moving his feet. Yeah, but Boston.
That's a well-constructed
I'm big-
team.
I'm a
really
big
good
Jason
constructed
Tatum
team.
fan.
man.
Only thing is if their shot not falling, that's why they lose leads a lot because they shoot a lot of threes, and if it's not hitting, then the other team can go on a little run.
But if you watch them in the playoffs, they play different.
Yeah,
They play different in the playoffs. They go into that
It's
cup.
slow. Yeah, it's a lot slower.
It's slower, and
Lot
they go
slower.
into the cup.
Yeah.
They draw fouls, get into the free throw line. They play a lot different. They're a well-oiled machine, man.
So I'm glad you brought the playoffs. I'm gonna consider myself a casual. I'm a casual. You know what I'm saying? Compared to you guys, whatever. But my favorite time to watch basketball is the playoffs. I'm not gonna lie. I actually really like watching the chess match. I know some people don't like it. They want to see people shooting up the threes and doing all the flashy stuff. I like watching the chess match between the team and how they go in with a game plan for game 1. And then they see if it works, and they make the adjustments for game 2, and they make the adjustments for game 3. I've always liked stuff like that, that mind game. Like it's like a battle, like a chess match. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my favorite parts of it. Like I really, I think it was in 2020 when we was watching, the bubble and stuff like that. That was when I really started getting into basketball for real.
Gotcha.
And so I was watching, just watching the Lakers, because he's a Laker fan. So watching the Lakers play and making their adjustments and stuff like that versus versus Jimmy and stuff versus the Heat when they played them in the bubble game and stuff like that. Just me seeing all that stuff. So all in all, just to say, I really do enjoy the chess match versus, some people don't, they don't like it as much.
I think that's when coaching is at its best, man.
Yeah.
In the playoffs.
I love it, bro.
That's when the coaches really earn their money, man. And that's the head coach, the whole staff. They earn their money because there's changes every game.
Yeah,
There's
even
changes.
in mid game.
And even in mid-game, yep.
I really love it. That's like one of my favorite things. So,
Yep.
hey man, we don't really got much to talk about, man. Hey, like I said, we had Ray on here, man. We really appreciate you for coming on, man.
Thank you, man. It was a pleasure.
I really enjoyed this this episode, man. It was really good, man. I feel like you gave a lot of good insight talking about Islam, where you came from, and where you are now to being a program manager, and helping the kids out, talking about the community, man. You had a lot of good stuff to say, man.
Appreciate
and then
it.
even going just talking about basketball, man. It was great to get your insight on a lot of that stuff, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, before we wrap up, anything you want to say? You want to give a shout out? Anything you want to tell people out there and stuff like that?
You guys doing a great job, man, keeping people informed. This is a great casual platform, man.
Yeah.
Very informative, man. It was good to be here, man. Talk to you guys, man. Appreciate it.
I really appreciate you having you on there, man. Anything you want to say?
Shit. I was Flip for the day. Shout out Flip.
Shout out Flip when you see this, man.
He'll be back.
Yeah.
That was a little stand-in.
That's good, man. Any shout outs you want to give?
Man, shout out to Cap Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, all of D9.
Word.
Definitely, man. And that's it, man.
Blue fight.
There you go.
Nah, man, that's what's up, man. Like I said, I really appreciate you, man. You got any shout outs before we wrap it up?
I'm good.
Shout out your page, man. Talk your stuff, man. You on here?
We got a YouTube channel. Playing the game.
Yeah. What's the name of the page?
Lick_ice24.
Tell him, man. Is that that's just YouTube or?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
What's Twitch, man?
Twitch, yeah, same thing on Twitch. Lick_ice24.
Hey, man. I don't really got no shout outs, man. Go stream Gotti Talk, man. That's my album. Go check that out. Yeah, I don't got nothing else, man. I really appreciate you for coming on, man. Taking the time out, man. It was a great episode, man.
Appreciate it.
Man, y'all was in the whip with Flex.
Flip.
We'll catch y'all next week, man.